Tonight going one-on-one with Kamala Harris, talking the campaign, the debate, and history.
Former Vice President Joe Biden and running mate Senator Kamala Harris making their first in-person campaign stop to Arizona, hoping to swing the Grand Canyon state following several consecutive appearances from the president.
The president, as you mentioned, has actually focused a lot of his time in Arizona over the last few weeks or months and talked a lot about the Hispanic community here. So I'm curious, obviously we have only weeks from Election Day. What is your message to those younger Hispanic first-time voters today?
Listen, Donald Trump came into office and put babies in cages, separated children from their parents at the border, broke America's promise to our dreamers, and got rid of DACA. Joe Biden is going to close private prisons. Joe Biden is going to renew America's promise and protect our dreamers through DACA. Joe Biden and I are going to make sure that we create, on day one, work on a pathway towards citizenship. There's a huge difference. And everything is on the line.
But less than 24 hours after going toe-to-toe with Vice President Mike Pence in Salt Lake, some are still wondering whether Democrats plan to pack the Supreme Court if Amy Coney Barrett is appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court before Election Day.
Why did you not answer that question, and are you willing to do that today?
Oh, I'm answering the question, which is the voters need to first decide who's the next president of the United States, period. That's the answer to the question.
I want to go back to last night's debate and to one question that I saw, I think, captured your attention, which was the question posed by the 8th grade student. So I'm curious what your thoughts were hearing that such a young girl had that perspective of our country right now. What are your thoughts on that?
And this is why Joe and I are running. We have to heal our country. We have to unify our country. Enough of this, enough of the hate. Enough of the voice that has been about trying to turn Americans against each other. The American people, we take pride in the fact that within the diversity of who we are, we have so much more in common than what separates us.
Senator Harris, if you and Joe Biden win in November, you will be the first Black female vice president that our country has seen. How do you take that and decide how that's going to influence how you operate as the vice president?
My mother had many sayings, and one of them is she would say to me, Kamala, you may be the first to do many things, but make sure you're not the last. And that's how I always think about my role of leadership, which is it takes hard work to walk through these doors and to break these glass ceilings, but the most important thing is we create a path for many others to follow.
In Phoenix, Nicole Valdez, ABC 15, Arizona.